I don't know. I know the baby crying. That's why I'm saying that. The what? You gonna handle it up?
Exactly.
Yo, I ain't done this in so long. So you know, what up, family? What up, King? What up? Man, it's been a minute. Man, but either way, regardless, at the end of the day, I still got so many, like, it slowed up what we were doing, the progress, but it didn't stop the mind. You know, I still got so many projects coming up. What up from Detroit? What up, man? Leave flight therapy. Leave flight therapy. I need to remember on what you call it. I need to tag you and also we need to book you again. If y'all ain't following her, make sure you follow her. Tap in. Massages be out of this world. I seen it. But yeah, tonight's show, right? I had to come back with something sweet. So, you know, I always hear the major talk, right? You know, I hear a lot of queens always say that they want two kings. They want two males. And it was crazy, right? I was just going through and strolling through Instagram, and I seen two kings looking for a queen. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. So, you know, of course, I have been reaching out to them, but I was still doing the process of trying to get my Instagram back. We were going to do it on the other one. I said, nah, I'm getting the old one back soon. Let's focus on that. I'm glad that they were so open to the idea because this is what I want. You know what I mean? This is what my overall goal when I started doing this was to show diversity in the community. I didn't want to keep just showing thruples. I didn't want to keep showing male, female. I wanted to always be diverse with everything. So I was so glad that they agreed. I see that they're in the room. You know how we do it. Let me look. I didn't know how to do it before, and I even got worse now. Let me see. Said what? So what are we doing, matching? Yeah. Man, it feels good to be back. Man, so many projects coming up. And make sure this Friday you tune in. Me, the wifeys, and Taylor is going to be live. It's going to be hilarious. We touching on everything. You got to actually see the wifey's personality. Chantel and Shalon's personalities, not through getting interviews. It's just going to be us vibing. Hopefully it connect. It just says waiting on them. But yeah, most definitely. With what we're trying to do with that show is actually, you know, I'm always up front. I'm on the camera, always doing everything. What up, family?
We in there.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes, man. Look, first and foremost, I want to thank y'all. I know we've been going back and forth for weeks. You know what I mean? And then we were gonna do it 2 weeks last week. I don't know, 2 weeks ago. I'm so glad we waited. I tell you, this was wonderful. So thank y'all first and foremost for coming on and joining me. This is facts, man. For those that don't know, if y'all want to introduce yourselves.
My name is Rell. Yes.
And I'm Keyopp, aka Keyopp the Divine Light.
And your IG together is the Two Kings, One Queen.
Absolutely.
Right. So we're 2/3 of two kings, one queen. Two kings on the hunt for our queen, looking for her, in desperate need of her.
That's what I'm talking about. That right there. And that's what I wanted to say, man, because you don't hear nothing like that. You know what I mean? That was when I seen y'all, I was like, this is dope. And then y'all were so open about it. You know, how has this journey been going so far? Let me start there.
Man, it has been it's been really fun, actually. It's been really fun just getting through it so far, you know, coming from the backgrounds and, you know, everything that we had to go through to get to this point. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a world of a difference, and, you know, we are just living with that intention of wanting to, you know, live our truth and, you know, have fun doing it, and, you know, not allow anybody else to tell our story for us, and, you know, be open and honest with, you know, the world as we see fit. Facts.
How was this? Have you ever done a poly relationship? Opened up and decided to do this? This is the first time?
Yeah, this is our first time. We thought we had her. You know what I mean? We had flew her in and did all of that, but that didn't work out. This is definitely the first time for both of us in this type of situation. You know, it's been up and down. It's been a learning experience, like life is. But it's, you know, it's been worth the ride. It's been well worth the trip, for sure.
Who brought it to whose attention? Like, yo, you know what? Let's
So that.
Yo, take me down that combo.
It was a very natural, organic situation. Nothing was ever forced at any point. But how poly came about in my life was, you know, I don't know if y'all know. Well, I'm pretty sure y'all have heard of, you know, women all the time saying that are in this poly world anyway. That's you know, looking for two kings. They like, you know, they have a sex drive that's not enough for one man. They need to
Yeah.
all the different things, and I think to an extent that is true, right? So like me and my ex that I was with became open to it because, you know, she didn't like how much I worked all the time, and I didn't feel like doing things that she wanted to do when she wanted to do it all the time. So I thought it was a great idea, you know, to bring someone in. She already knew I was bisexual, so I was cool, you know, with doing it. I thought it would be a good thing, you know, to mend the problems that we had in the relationship, you know, for all the benefits that I see. I think that it would have been a great thing, but it just didn't work out with me and her. And then when me and her were ending things, I met Keyopp. He knew everything that I was going through leading up to that point, and he just became open to it, and the rest is history.
That right there. And Keyopp, you ain't never. Did you ever hear about it before being presented with it?
Heard definitely about, you know, poly situation.
Yeah.
I never was the judgmental type. I was never the critical type because I always felt like people could live their lives and do whatever they want. But I was definitely, you know, 100% team monogamy. You know what I mean? I was not. It was like I was open to. But you know, you reach different. You know, you're not the same person you were in your 20s that you were in your 30s or whatever.
Fact.
Whatever. And so it was like a grown man decision. It was like, yo, I could win. I could have this and this. I thought about the family, the community, you know, the tri income, the whole, you know, the whole success of it all. And so, like, yeah, I was never open to it, but it definitely made sense. And so yeah, it's you know, it's definitely been a journey.
That right there. I'm glad you actually coming into the world and seeing it, because yeah, like I was telling y'all in the messages, so many queens ask for this. They're like, yo, I would take this. Even if the males are bisexual, you know, it'll all flow and work for me. And I always sit there and I'm like, yo, I would. So I'm loving that I'm getting that opportunity to actually look. So yes, live. Y'all fucking live. Y'all live y'all's life. That's facts. So many people are always open to this, and no one's actually came forward. So this, man, I love that we educate and touching all this stuff.
I think before we came about and like start to get into this world and into the community, you know, we were surprised to find that out ourselves.
Absolutely.
That, you know, a lot of women wanted this, and we didn't have to. Like, I always felt like I was never gonna lie to a female about, you know, my experiences and me being bisexual. I'm not gonna be this BL guy. So the fact that the community, it is so welcoming, and that there is so many women that don't have no problem with it, and you know, the things that society say, the cultural norms aren't. It's not there. It's not everything, you know. And
yeah, they're both bisexual, looking for one queen. I try to pass it up. I can't see the question.
Biromantic.
Yeah, biromantic.
I think we got a bromance.
Oh, bromantic.
Maybe bromance, something like that.
Right.
And look, the terminology, look, sometimes I'll be like, man, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So what challenges have you guys seen that, okay, now that y'all are opening up the relationship and y'all trying to bring in, what I missed?
No, they're definitely jumping in the inbox.
I'm going to tell you, it's he said the challenges. You know, right now, this COVID is really out. This COVID is really out here hurting the game, right? So like
I feel like we wouldn't have no issue.
Yeah, so we're having to do a lot virtually. You know what I'm saying? Because time and the way the time is right now. So that has been the most difficult thing, is actually maintaining, you know, a connection virtually until we can, you know,
and long distance.
Forward.
I've never been a long distance type. So I'm like, are you near Vegas? Are you down to move to Vegas or what?
Yeah.
You know, until we get to the point where we can live bi-coastal and like really court somebody in a long distance manner, it's going, you know, I don't know, it's really tough. But we're very optimistic, and
for sure.
You know, just having been into the idea of really talking anyone that I know, because I know a lot of people here in Vegas, and people are like, oh, it shouldn't be too hard for you to find somebody. But it's like, I'm not trying to convince anybody to join this
Right,
You know,
right.
it's
We want them
like
to
I'm putting
already
it
be.
out there that this is the lifestyle I'm pursuing, and you know, if you're down, then you know, hop in the DM.
DMs is open.
Yeah, I'm not trying to put this life on nobody. I'm just living my life, and you know, wanting to encourage others to do the same. And yeah.
If someone asked, are you looking for a sexual experience or a serious commitment
A
to bringing in somebody?
Yeah, we're definitely trying to wife somebody. We're definitely trying to wife, you know, and build a life and
That's
build.
what's been tough in this poly world is like everybody all about sex, and even a lot of women like this is just a fantasy and they don't want to have more kids or the family aspect. They still want to be open and do their thing, and we want a closed situation.
Or they think we're just trying to, you know, just get our rocks off or just look
Right.
for a baby mom or have a baby.
Back.
Like we don't
We can have a
want a surrogate. We actually want a real committed relationship. We actually want to build a home, a family. So that
I have 2 kids. Somebody asked, "Do you have children?"
I
I have 2
have, I
kids.
have none.
And Keyopp doesn't have.
Look, if y'all catch the questions, because they be coming fast sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm 40, so it'd be like, man, I'm trying to squint. So, off that, right?
Kids, and I've always wanted to have a lot of kids, and you know, it's just a dream for me. Even you know, for kids that aren't mine, I've been a great stepfather before. I've been a great father to my brothers before. I love that role and just responsibilities amongst
Yeah, so
3 people.
this is a serious thing, you know, and that's the thing. As far as you were saying about like what are some of the, you know, what are some of the roadblocks? It's the fact that we're really being genuine, and so it's hard to decipher the. For some women, it is a fantasy or it is a whatever. I think the last chick, you know, it was an opportunity. So we're just having to weed out, you know, the fans from, you know, people who are really, really open to getting to know us and build something with us. You know what I'm talking about?
Facts. Because that's what I was thinking when you were breaking it down. I'm like, yo, this is so crazy. Because most female, especially being like solo poly in these lifestyles, or if they're able to date outside and join the tribe, whatever they want, it's challenging for them because they have to weed out that issue. You know what
Right.
I mean? Who's going to be a genuine, who's not. So you don't really hear it from a male's perspective.
Yeah.
And now it's like, shit, look, man,
Yeah.
sometimes we get caught up in a situation where this is what she wanted.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we that's something that we have to, you know, be mindful of, you know what I mean, in the selection process. You know. But
That's amazing. That is so crazy. What other converting Keyopp, converting from monogamous and then having this thing introduced to you from poly, how have you taken it in, seen the process so far?
Unselfish. Unselfish has been like the biggest truth and the biggest growth that I've had to understand is being unselfish and, you know, allowing, you know, everybody to be happy. You know what I'm saying? And so thinking monogamy is more of a possession thing and a
Facts.
possession and possessive
Ownership
thing,
and
ownership
expectations.
and expectations. And so, you know, with this mindset, it's definitely not this is not proper. You know what I'm saying? This is an individual. This person has a life, a heartbeat, whatever. This person does not belong to me. This person has needs that all the time I'm not able to address. You know what I mean? And so, like, yo, I have to give, you know, if I really, really love him or whoever, you give him the room to, you know, find that out. So the biggest part for me, bro, has been becoming more upset, becoming more unselfish, getting out of my feelings, you know what I'm saying? And realizing that, you know, it's a win-win situation. You know what I mean? It's a
Facts.
situation, you know, so yeah, it's definitely an unselfish journey.
Yeah, bro, what would you say? Would you put yourself kind of in a? Because I know you said you did it before. So coming into,
Or me and my, it's like I've just never been the jealous, insecure type. So I was very open to it, and I'm the one that brought it to my ex, my child's mom. You know, I brought the whole thing to her, and she was open to it. And I don't know, I've just never been that type to be like really, you know, insecure or jealous. But I will say that it is a thing to like not want to require things of either party, you know, that you're dealing with, or your partner. Just letting them be. And,
yeah.
and you know, giving them the same respect that you want. And I feel like that's all something that I've always desired. So this being like my first partnership with a guy, it's I don't know, it's kind of like just putting the shoe on the foot sometimes. Like I feel like, okay, I just need to let him be him, like I be wanting, you know, people let me be me, you know. So that's the only thing. I feel like just learning that, and just wanting to continue to be who I am, and recognize that there's no problems with my feelings or my wants and desires, and there's no problem with his feelings and his wants and desires. I feel like we should just remain true.
That is, yo, this is so different from a different perspective. I'm loving it though, because this is the information I'm trying to pump out there. Like, yo, so someone asked, "What's y'all sign?"
I'm a Scorpio.
I'm a Libra.
My dad.
20 Scorpio.
So going through the process, right, and then trying to we out everything, right? Man, that's so fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never seen it from that perspective, so I don't even know where to go from there, because that's like so challenging. Like what things do you look for when you're dealing with these individuals? How can you actually really tell if this individual is just playing it for the situation because it's a thrill, it's an excitement, a fantasy to be with two males, or what's the indication of knowing, yo, I'm being authentic with you? You know, how can they make that approach to show that? Because that is kind of crazy, you know, shit.
I think since most of the communication has been virtually so far, it's kind of easy to tell who is like trying to stick it out, who's like really like you, and who willing to put effort to get to know you, or depending on what kind of questions they asking, and things like that are the signs I look at. Like we ain't gonna get to the dating aspect if, you know, we ain't in alignment. You know, with the first one, with it being so long distance and her spitting a good game, I feel like she had praised her spiritual pussy and and phone, and I'm like, wow, nobody's ever done that to me. And then when she got here and she was here, it was just a whole nother story. So I don't know. I just decided to take things really slow, and I feel like you never really gonna know. You know. Can always have different motives and intentions. It's like all you can do is be honest about your wants and needs in every moment, and you know, just decipher what they communicate to you, and you know what that means.
Yeah, it's about, the thing about it is this virtual stuff. It's about matching energies, and can the energy be sustained? You feel me?
Right.
Like it be somebody and y'all pop off, you know, virtually, and it's cool. But if we're both business people, everybody have lives, you know. So it's just the sustaining the energy that's the tough part when you're trying to date somebody virtually.
Because we be on our business.
Yeah,
like,
the first young lady, you know, she had her way of, you know, she came in, she wooed us both, and you know, we were both sold, you know. So I think this time, we're just trying to take our time and, you know, choose wisely, and you know, see how that happens. He's 30, I'm 43. Somebody asked that question.
Oh, so y'all don't even look that age. But you know what? I'm 40. Goddamn it, everybody be like, you see the what?
That good black, bro. We got that.
Hey, I keep trying to tell them. That's live. So you say with the first one, right? It was a lesson learned. Now going in, I know I watch y'all's interviews. Like I watch before I bring somebody on, I watch everything. I'm like that nosy neighbor. I have to tell everybody that shit. But I seen on one of your interviews, y'all also discussed that even having a possibility of even bringing another additional woman if you find a one queen already. You don't mind converting if it's necessary to be a quad.
Well, like we really hope that we could just find one person,
right?
That we both click with individually and together, have our kids, our everything. Now, with us getting to know, like if we happen to get to know someone and then fall in love with her, and it turns out she can't have kids, or she's bisexual, or just different things like that, then we might be open to those different one-offs. But the goal is to have one queen with two kings, loving her.
Right. She can have. We're not turned off by kid, you know. We're not. You ain't got to be. You don't have to. You know. You can have a kid.
He said a kid,
or or
That's one. Nah, nah. That's wonderful. I mean, that's great. How long have y'all been together?
well, we met in like March, so I'd say we've been, the whole thing has felt like, I don't know, since it's only been like 9 months, it's definitely all that we've been through. It feels like it's been a lot longer.
Right. And we got together with the intention to bring some, we got together knowing that we were gonna, look for a female too. You know what I'm saying?
So what? Already off the discussion off the top.
We came in this knowing, the whole idea, and making this work is to find, a queen too.
I'm definitely like, after my last relationship, I just decided like monogamy is not for me. Not because there was any cheating involved at all. There was no cheating or betrayal. It was just the mechanics and the technical reasons. What
the entanglement.
I'm just not interested at this. I don't know. I'm not gonna say I'd never ever, because I'm never gonna say never. Like I always said I would never be into poly. I'm like, what? That shit crazy. And now,
facts.
I'm not on that right now.
Yeah. And let me say this too, bro, because this is a bit another thing that has come up is, I think that there's some people, some females and people who have said like, that they don't think that they wouldn't want to come in between, I guess, the friendship or the love that we have for each other. Like, we're not intimidated. That's the thing about the poly situation. We're not intimidated about seeing the other person in love or happy. Like, I want, even the last chick that was here that, I kind of got the vibe. Like, she was feeling him more, And so I had a moment, bro, where I had to be like, okay, I didn't want to block, but we wanted to choose together. What if I didn't get in the way? You feel what I'm saying? So I want people to understand that, yes, a brotherhood, a bond, a relationship, but there is room. You know what I mean? Like, we're not so caught up. We got together with the purpose to bring somebody in. You feel me? So, I don't want anybody to think that we're just, because we are, we do have an affinity for each other and love for each other, but, we do have room, to expand. We won't be hard for you to fit in. We have room. We got plenty of room for you.
Got some love to give.
But that right there was so dope that you broke that down, right? Because this is where you have to take the gender out of every situation, because that's with everything. Even in my situation where I have two wives, that I still find myself in that type of situation where you have to still have that balance and that understanding that my love for her ain't gonna be more than the love for the next. We're all gonna keep it equal, and it's all well bounded and well grounded. So it's kind of cool to hear you say that, like, even me and him, we're this. You coming in as a female does not, as a woman, does not change anything. Understand so that right there is just that's when people speak about poly, that's what we define it as. Regardless of what it is love. So it's gonna be there no matter how it goes. So that's so dope that you just shined on that. Man, there was like 3-4 questions. Like, I'm a squinter, so I'm gonna have to scroll back.
Just a few of them. So.
Oh yeah, if y'all catch him, I know that was a big one.
I said, are y'all interested in another man?
Yeah. What's your deal breaker?
If we're not interested in adding another man to a relationship, but I would say, like, while we're in this world of on the journey, like, we haven't got to the queen yet, and before we meet her and seriously involved with her, we'll play around, but. With that,
so let me ask this question then. Do y'all fulfill certain fantasies if fuck it, you'll play around if a queen wants to do that and she like, I don't really want nothing serious, but I want to play. Y'all are with that?
If we both like her, sure. If we both like her and she can, we don't. I mean, not every girl can just turn me on. So it's just like, it got to be some type of mental connection. I've never really had no. One-offs or one-night stands with women like that. It's always been a repetitive.
And because I think that because we're trying to be so genuine and like build a home here, like we're not trying to just have a bunch of jump offs. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that. We don't want that rep. We don't want that like, they don't want that. Yeah. we're being very, very selective, you know, in you know how we try to interact. You know what I'm saying? Because we want, you know, we want to show
our queen that,
yeah,
you know, we are worthy.
a solid foundation and the future. Feel me? Yeah.
That's fact. So, Rose, so how does it go as far as for attention? Like, does she get attention, extra attention pleasing, or wait, like, does she get extra pleasing, or have to give more? How do the roles, or what's the lack of work? That is a very like. So, if she comes in, are we having an expectation, or is this gonna be a balance of who does what organically?
Right.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it should be something organic. There's no, you know, rules,
Requirement or job or
requirements.
schedule.
You gotta do him, then me, then come do, you know, that go be, you know, it's just, we want her to, you know, fall in love and be in love with it, with both of us. And, you know, as she would anybody else she was in a relationship, let it flow. You know, it would be dope. There would be times we could all be together. There would be times I'm working, I'm busy, do y'all thing. There would be times when I'm sure he's busy, we can do our thing. It's not, you know, so the attention, I feel like, you
It should
know,
just be a natural
yeah, I
thing.
feel like it should be a natural progression, and there's no, bro. To me, there's no rules. There's no set, you know, perimeters on how this could go. We just want to vibe. Just want you to come in and mesh. We believe in energies, and that our spirits will, you know, and our intelligence, we'll be able to articulate and communicate, you know, all the rest of. We're not going in saying this is the list. Gotta do from behind over here, on top to here. You know,
Yeah.
how we going at it, you
So,
know?
so if in bringing in somebody, do y'all believe in a hierarchy system? Are y'all looking for that, or are you just looking just for openness to not, you know, the hierarchy system is basically my primary relationship is going to be up here first. So first say, you know, the person coming in gets second say, you know, kind of a lateral thing. I don't really do that in my home. We never did that because I think if we're dating someone or bringing somebody in, all equal.
I want to see everybody's name on the account. You know,
Yeah, we
everybody.
have business accounts that we together. We all help make the
Everybody,
decisions.
everybody has an equal part.
Nobody's the boss.
She's just the
I
queen.
like that. Yeah.
Queen though, so it's like women they just naturally gonna, you know, give off that queenness. And I want that, like, so that's cool. But just don't think you.
Yeah. What what has your family and friends said? Do they know about this, that you're openly looking to bring in? What have they said?
You know, mine's is a whole lot of I've done a whole lot of 360, and bro, you know, I've expanded and done a lot of growing. So I don't think that I could like shock any of my family anymore. You know what I'm saying? But I think they are just. Oh, I think my family is just open to like me being happy. I think the people that really love you just want to see you happy. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that behind closed doors, you know, they snicker or they have whatever their judgments. But to me, to my face, I've only got, you know, I've gotten the whole I don't get this. I know somebody posted under a picture, I don't get this kind of relationship. You know, so there is a bit of, you know, especially two guys, one girl, we've been called weak, we've been called, you know, all kind of things. But, you know, I think that my family genuinely just wants to see me happy. I think that they know I'm a pretty smart dude, and I'm not going to, you know, do anything that I haven't given any thought in, you know. But it's definitely probably cool out of their heads off a little bit.
Thanks. Yeah.
Definitely my family as well. Because, like, especially now, before me and my son's mom had separated, nobody really knew that I was bisexual. I was honest with like my close friends, and then, you know, whoever I was sexually involved with, but I didn't feel like I had to make no public announcement to the world. So everybody didn't know. I didn't even feel like I had to divulge that information to my family because I don't know. But I am known for like talking about my real life in a lot of my poems, and I just drop it on social media, and then that's how a lot of people find out about different things, and that's how they found out that I was bi, and that's how they found out I was into this poly world, as well as, you know, actively pursuing it. And yeah, I didn't get, just like him, I didn't get no like reaction to my face so much, like, and it showed me that they love me still, and you know that didn't really matter for the most part. But yeah, who knows? I do know how they felt, you know, about the topics leading up to them finding out about me. So it's like obviously something that I didn't feel like even having the conversation with anybody if I already know how they're opposed to it. So I don't really care, you know. It's my life, so I'm gonna live it. I already know how you feel about it. Do you still love me or not?
I mean, that's all you can really do, right? Because I'm not gonna convert the way I'm conducting myself, how I'm choosing to live that makes me happy. So no, that's a lie. That's cool, and it's just something a lot of us go through in the process. You know what I mean? And that's again, it's not even male, woman or man. It's really everybody, you know, and we're straight by anything in the polyamory world because everybody's always gonna look at us like, "The fuck is wrong with you?" I don't give a fuck. I'm happy, nigga. No. I'm living. Yeah. Are you saying this out of jealousy or what are we doing here? Right. That is so amazing to have, you know, the support that you do need. You tell it on yourself through your poetry. You got to work on that, man. You can't be doing that, sir. No. That's so wonderful in the growth that you're actually seeing. Is there anybody right now kind of in the picture, or you just still
the picture? There's definitely, you know, women in the inboxes, and we trying to, you know, who's the next one we taking on a date or so. But you know, a lot of people are saying that we should get with Lanita, who we're actually, who we took that photo shoot with. We did an interview with her with just a tip. But so far, even though we have a bit of a chemistry, we've decided for that to be mostly a business relationship. So we're actually going to start this tour with her on Thursday, Friday. We're going to Chicago, and we're helping her out with her burlesque private gathering. And I'm going to be doing some poetry events on the road with her as well. So we're going to do that and just see, you know, continue talking, filling out who, you know, who shows interest.
I asked that question, so I want to make sure when I ask this next question. So the inbox are open, most guaranteed, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Just making sure they understand that, they hear that, because they gonna watch this. There's a couple of questions real quick. Would y'all be willing to be involved with two queens that's together looking for two kings?
I don't see why not. I feel like as long as it's, I'm not really into like an open situation. So
as long as it's closed,
yeah, like
as long as it's closed,
they only want to interact with each other and us.
Yeah, I definitely would be open, you know, to that. Absolutely.
Yeah, one or both of them, one or at least. I mean, both of them or at least one of them.
You're allowed the way things to play out, basically. You know, you're open to every idea, but as long as it's understood that it's a closed situation at the end of the day, that's beautiful. I mean, that's so cool. One question I do want to ask, handling this type of situation and getting the negative feedback, you know, how do y'all take that? How do you handle it personally? Because I know a lot of times we let it affect us, you know, so how do you guys, look, everything, sometimes we all have to vent, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Is it too overwhelming that you just want to just give up on this lifestyle, or is it something that you are able to maintain and actually just push through on? How do you handle that?
Well, I look at it like, you know, coming into just the world of being open with, you know, my sexuality and wanting to be poly, period, is that, yeah, I just stopped caring. I really stopped caring about what other people thought, what they feel. And I feel like if they have the balls, the energy, or whatever it is to comment and say something negative, then I feel like I have the right to respond. So regardless of feeling, and what they say, you know, I hope they're ready to receive that same energy.
Totally, I'm like this. You know, like I had to resolve the whole sexuality issue. I had to resolve a lot of things. You know, so I had to grow up and live in my truth and own my truth before I had to cross the poly bridge. So, you know, crossing the poly bridge is very easy to me.
Yeah.
You know, it is, you know, the hearing that we're men, you know, some of those things, some of the comments that they say, even about a woman that we would be engaged with, you know, calling her a hoe or the disregard that comes that we choose, or how they would try to down us and say we're weak or what have you. Sometimes those things, I ain't gonna fake it. Sometimes those things are a little hard to hear, but I know who I am. We know who we are, and it is what it is. Everybody, you can have everybody's gonna have their own opinion. We put our life out here open, for public discussion. So we're open. We understand that there are going to be people that are going to be kind. So I've really learned and gotten better at being unbothered. So
Yeah.
I don't respond. I don't. This guy does though. This
I
guy.
just feel like not that I feel like it even takes me off of my throne, or now I'm unhappy or mad.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like if they want to say something, I feel like I have the right to say something bad. I feel like y'all have the right to say whatever you want to say, and for the most part, I respect all criticism in your opinion, but just be respectful. Like, you ain't got to be disrespectful with it just because you don't, with somebody else's way of life.
Absolutely.
That don't mean you could disrespect me.
Absolutely.
You don't know me, so
yeah. Because I know it has to be challenging. Especially how you said it's I would have to come out in my poetry. You know what I mean? That's how people found out. And then going from there, which means you won't really speak about it. So going from there, then you're going polyamorous. That's another challenge within itself. On top of that, it's just like, so it was just like, damn, I had to put my dad. How would I? Because I'm kind of the same. Sometimes I come out like, nigga, what the fuck? Now we got to correct this situation. So now I just, like I said, y'all's perspective is so different from where I'm seeing it, where I come from, the way I'm living. Still the same but me, I don't have women in my DMs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Me, if I wave at someone in my DMs, I'd be like, boy, if you don't get the fuck out of my DMs, no.
Right.
And it's just how the women, so like, it's kind of like you're a gem in this world to the women as the women are a gem to the men.
Right.
I think that's so cool. Hold on. Someone said, how do you detach yourself emotionally from insecurities? That's a good one.
You don't take things personally. You can't in this.
Realize that we all are the same, actually.
And in this poly situation, what I learned, is that the whole reason me being open was, this gentleman right here was, he came in the door saying what he wanted, what he was open to, and I realized from jump, okay, I can't be possessive. I can't be controlling. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that is you have to totally take yourself out of things and realize that people have their own way of trying to navigate this world too, and you can't take it personally. I don't take it personally that I can't do everything and be everything for him. I don't take that personally. That's not my job. You know what I'm saying? And he can't do it all for me. We both agree with that. You know what I'm saying? For something that comes in, I can't be her, but I'm hoping that together, we all find a way to make sure everybody can get what they, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's the big thing is like you have to be selfish, and not taking things personally. If she wants his time or if they want whatever, that don't mean that you're not important. That don't mean that you're not needed. That just means, that something else is going on right now. And if you're unselfish and if you're an open person and if you have your own cup full, if your own cup is full, then you're not tripping about, what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? I think insecure people should focus on filling their cup as opposed to what's going on around them. You have an internal problem to deal with, not an external one.
Look, man, I usually do snippets, right? So my promotion, like tomorrow, I think you just gave a motherfucking snippet of what I can do to promote this shit tomorrow. Cause that right there was some jewels. That you can't. That right there, man. I gotta take a shot for you. I usually drink Hennessy, but the wifeys have me on Patron.
I've been seeing you tip that cup, bro. I've been seeing you tip that cup.
Yeah, man, no. I be getting bent, man. Look, I need to stop. We need to slow up. 40. We up there. We can't be doing. We're not young no more. No, I do appreciate you guys coming on here and actually, like I said, you guys were gonna give a different perspective, so much insight. Shit, I took so much into this. You know, 'cause I never thought of it in that way. You know, I knew y'all had your own challenges, and then also it's gonna be so different. Because you are dealing from another two males, one woman. You know, it's gonna be a different perspective, different challenges, different everything. I love the communication you guys have, and y'all have to understand it from the beginning, the get go. This is what we're doing. Overall goal. You know, I think that right there is amazing. Y'all so open to everything. I wish y'all, man, keep pushing. You know, when you get the queen though,
gotta come back.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back in the DM. Like, hey, you know, we need to add update. You know, I do appreciate everything.
I want to say this, bro. I appreciate your platform. I appreciate the work that you are doing in the community. I appreciate the positive light that you are shedding and shining, bro. And that thing is shining. And so I want to say, like on behalf of us and behalf of all of us who are new to this or who are coming into this, man, I appreciate the work that you're doing. It's necessary. Keep that up, family. Keep this up, bro.
Please do. Let them age no more.
I appreciate that. I really do, brothers. But you know, I'm gonna make sure we have that update and everything. Any information you want to let everybody know, they can contact you guys at. What, you know, if y'all have anything going on, you know, whether they can hit a website or whatever.
Yeah, please follow us on Instagram. It's 2 Kings 1 Queen, TWOKINGZONEQUEE on Instagram as well as YouTube. We got some videos on there. We got subscribers. Please subscribe. We about to drop another video. And our personal Instagrams. Mine is Rell the Truth, RELLDA Truth. I'm a poet, entrepreneur.
And my IG is Keyopp, KEYOPP _ the divine light. I'm a life coach, motivational speaker, spiritual teacher. You can find all my stuff at www.thekeyoppacademy.com. This has been dope.
Yo, I love it. Make sure y'all DM me all that information too. If I can put it up in the link, because I gotta share that. Thank y'all so much for coming on here and educating us, educating myself. I loved it, appreciate it. Keep on that search. DMs is open. I know they about to be popping after we share this again. Yo, much respect, Kings. Thank y'all so much. Have a good night.
Appreciate it, boss.
Man, I love them, man. Man, I'm so glad we waited, because man, like I said, we was working on that for weeks, but I wanted to make sure when I got the page back, we did that. But like I said, Friday, got the show with the wifeys and Taylor. Man, y'all are gonna want to tap in, because it's gonna be everything. Trust me, we touching on everything, no hold bar, keeping it straight, vibrant. It's gonna be a new live. Also got a couple other projects. We back, we doing it. Anybody interested in trying to link up and make something happen and doing some projects, hit me, man. Let's work. Thank y'all for tapping in. Yeah, mama, she was Shalana Chantel, because she was doing too much for me. She can't be no feature today. Porter boy, you're the vice. Yeah, we're gonna be in the party, most definitely. Jess might be a little late, but we're gonna be there. Taylor, hey, Pleasure T, make sure y'all follow her. That's the last time I ever say your name like that. Much love, family. Y'all be easy. And thank you again. 2 Kings, 1 Queen. I'm posting it. Gonna have the information. Man, they made my night. That's facts. You have a good one, man.